If you're a Christian and an artist or creative professional, and you're developing your art into a business, or if you want to take your art business and grow it further, I know the challenges you're facing, and these 10 top tips will help you face those challenges. But before we even get to the 10 top tips for faith-based artist entrepreneurs, I need to drive home one point, and that is this. You need to see yourself not just as an artist or creative professional, you need to see yourself as an entrepreneur. And by that, I mean a businesswoman or businessman who understands they're running a business that exists to share your art with the world and exists to glorify God. Successful artists of faith understand they're entrepreneurs, and they know that to make their art business or creative career work, they need to first honor God with their work, and second, they need to make money. Successful artist entrepreneurs learn how to find people who are going to pay money for their music, their films, their artwork, whatever art they create. But don't worry, you don't have to do it alone, and I'm here to give you some very practical tips right now, as well as offer an opportunity for you to learn more and get fully equipped to build your business as an artist or creative professional. Welcome. I'm Michelle Pelsu, co-founder of Arts and Entertainment Ministries and the director of our online Catalyst program. Here at AEM, we mentor artists and creative professionals to succeed creatively and grow spiritually. So, if God's called you into a creative career, you need to know you are not alone. We have so many resources for you. Videos, blogs, and online courses created just for you. And you can find them by using the links down below. Our mission is to encourage and equip artists like you so you have confidence working as a Christian in the arts, media, or entertainment industry. Whether you live in a small market, you work remotely, or if you live and work in a major market like LA, New York, or London. Now, before we jump in, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. So take just a second, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. That's really going to help other people find this content. It does make a difference, okay? Let's jump in. Here are 10 top tips for faith-based artist entrepreneurs. Top tip number 1, take stock of your assets. Now, when I teach my Catalyst online course, this is one of the very first things we do. I find artists and creative professionals may feel like they're out of resources or they don't have what they need to be successful. But the truth is they are sitting on a gold mine and they don't even know it. So one of the first things we do is take stock of all the amazing resources you do have. So let's do that now. Grab a paper and a pen or your laptop and let's begin. First, take stock of your physical resources. What do you have and what do you need? Create a list of both. Next, take stock of your financial resources. What do you have to invest in you and your career right now? And what do you need? Write your budget for your career for this year. And next, create a list of folks willing to invest in you and your work. Then create a list of folks you know would be interested in buying your work or know people who would buy your work. Third, take stock of your relational resources. Write a list of potential buyers, investors, patrons, and collaborators. Write a list of any folks you know who would help you in any of the aspects of your career. Tech, marketing, supplies, accounting, anything you need based on your genre of art or entertainment. Write it all down and think through how to utilize all of it. And then pray over your lists. Ask the Lord for guidance and help. And remember, there are friends or colleagues who would love to help resource you. And you can also be a resource for your friends and your colleagues. Top tip number 2, realize how you add value. You are an amazing human, made in the image of God. In Genesis 1:27, the Bible says, "So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them." You are an artist, a creative, a creator, just like your Father in heaven, reflecting the character of God. That really is quite important. What you make, create, produce adds value to people's lives. Now the question is, do you know how it adds value? Do you know how you add value? In order to be a successful artist or creative, you need to be very aware of how you add value. It's critical to how you market yourself and how you communicate what you do for your audience. It's an important part of our Catalyst program. We spend a whole module on it since I believe it's critical to your success. So think about it and answer these questions. How do you personally add value to the world? How does your art or entertainment add value? How would you communicate that to someone who doesn't know you or your art? Write these answers down and make sure your marketing materials, website, and social media reflect who you are and how you and your art bring value to the world. Top tip number 3, diversify your business. Now more than ever, it's clear that your online presence as a creative is critical to success. Not counting on in-person galleries or venues to sell your art, film, product is critical to weathering any type of market. Now is the time to create, develop, or take to the next level your online presence. Build your website, expand it. Monetize your art for online sales through merchandise, online screenings, online galleries. There are so many options right now. We now know our art or entertainment business must be diversified and have a strong online presence. It matters to cultivating and reaching your audiences. Top tip number 4, learn to build community. You need an inspiring, honest, and helpful community. A place where you can be your authentic self, surrounded by others who will love you, hold you accountable, and be loving truth tellers to you. Not a bunch of yes men falsely propping you up, and not a community that primarily critiques and tears you down. I'm talking about a place to be built up, encouraged, and receive honest but loving critique. The Bible talks a lot about community. In 1 John 1:7 it says, "But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus, his son, cleanses us from all sin." And Galatians 6:2 says, "Bear one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ." A loving and truth-telling community is critical if you're going to grow artistically. And remember, your community needs to be comprised of both in-person and online opportunities. Now let's talk about community related to your fans. Successful artist entrepreneurs build a place for their loyal customers to be rewarded and have a sense of belonging, a sense of community for their loyalty. Your fans want to know you and have the inside scoop. Perhaps create an inner circle for your customers so they can experience community with you. It can be through exclusive members-only emails, a VIP experience with you before your gallery show. It doesn't have to be extravagant, just exclusive for them to build community. Top tip number 5, break free of perfectionism. Perfectionism is both a creativity killer and a business killer. Brené Brown, in her book, The Gifts of Imperfection, says, "Perfectionism is not the same thing as striving to be your best. Perfectionism is the belief that if we live perfect, look perfect, and act perfect, we can minimize or avoid the pain of blame, judgment, and shame. It's a shield. It's a 20-ton shield that we lug around thinking it will protect us when in fact it's the thing that's really preventing us from flight." We need, as artists and entrepreneurs, to drop the shield. We need to understand perfectionism kills our creativity. How? Well, it shames us for making mistakes. And when you feel like you have no freedom to make mistakes or screw up, you don't try. Art, creativity, and running a business require risk-taking and trying new things over and over and over again. Try this way, try that way, iterate, iterate, iterate. If you kill the ability to try anything new or you kill risk-taking, you will kill your creativity and your business. None of us create perfectly the first time. Business is all about trying strategies and adapting based on feedback to see what works. We learn from our mistakes and we keep moving forward, just like in our spiritual life. God gives us the grace to truly be who we really are, sinners, mistake makers. He doesn't condemn us, he forgives us, and he restores us. So let's stop being so tough on ourselves Instead, let's delight in God's love for us and engage the process of growth. So, starting now, let's shed our perfectionism. Let's admit who we really are, sinners and mistake makers, saved by God's grace. Let's rely on Him and take risks. And let's learn from them and grow in our spiritual lives, our creative endeavors, and our business. So, if you're liking this video and getting some great content here, I invite you to join me for our upcoming Arts and Entrepreneurship Summit. It's 4 days of amazing content for artists and creative professionals who want to grow spiritually and in their business. It's online, so anyone anywhere who has access to the internet can join. I have the link in the description below so you can register and join us. The link has all the details, what I'll be teaching each day, and how it will help you. So click the link below and join us. Top tip number 6, create a schedule that boosts your creativity. So you want to be a professional creative? You must act like one. You want to have a vibrant creative business? You have to act like a business because you are a business, and that's a good thing. This means creating a schedule. Know your hours. If you create from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day, great. If you plan or rehearse from 7 to 10 p.m., fabulous. Maybe you do your marketing on social media twice a week. Awesome. Whatever it is, just be consistent and create a schedule so you have room and time to 1, do your art, create, 2, do the work for the business side of your career, and 3, spend time with God. Some soul care time to read the Bible, pray, and involve God in your creativity and business. Top tip number 7, stop marketing like a historian. One of the tendencies I find with many artists and creative professionals is their secret desire to be historians when they create their marketing materials. Artists love to list everything they've done or made in chronological order, regardless of whether it applies to what they're marketing or not. Have you ever done this? Tell me in the comments below if you've ever done this. Most artists do this in hopes to communicate their talent, skills, experience. They lump it all together and create what turns out to be a long and many times unread and irrelevant history lesson of their creative life, not a marketing piece that highlights their specific project or product or skill and service they're currently selling. It's okay, we've all been there. What you need to remember is this: it's not your history that makes people want to buy your art, film, book, product, or service. It's how you add value. So remember, when you create your marketing materials, don't market like a historian. Market what is relevant, how you add value. Top tip number 8, learn a networking strategy. This matters online and in person. Connecting with meaningful relationships and potential buyers, audience members, or investors online or in person is a large part of business in the art world or entertainment industry. I found there are 3 types of networkers. 1, the network avoider. The networking avoiders, you know who you are. They're creatives who are uncomfortable in their own skin or don't get the point or the necessity of networking. Number 2, the networking obsessed. These folks are the creatives who go to every event. They meet lots of people they could never follow up with. They go to everything. They are afraid they're going to miss that one event with that one person who's going to give them that one break. And third, the strategic networker. This is the kind of networker you need to be. You need a strategy for how much time you spend networking, which events are worth your time, and which events are strategic for your career, both in person and online. To do this, here are a few basic questions you need to ask yourself to get started as a strategic networker. Ask yourself these simple questions to flush out your objectives before you start networking. First, who is best to connect with? Let's be honest. There are plenty of people who suck the time and life out of you at these events, so be intentional about who you want to connect with and spend your time with. Next, what do you need to get out of it? Are you looking for a collaborator, maybe a manager or an agent, a better understanding of something in your industry? Or are you in the place to sell your work? The type of person you pursue is based on your needs. And finally, How can you make others feel valued and heard? Networking is relationship building, not treating people like a vending machine. God calls us to love others. Remember Matthew 22:37-39? And he said to him, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the great and first commandment, and the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself." Remember, you're looking to add value to their life, and you want them to add value to yours. So love people when you're networking. Minister to them. And remember, often people hire or collaborate with you, not only for your talent, but because they enjoy you as a person. Top tip number 9, be bold in your follow-up. I read in an article the average person gets over 100 emails a day. So it's easy for people to lose you in the mix of all that. It's not personal. Most times you've not been singled out to be ignored. So the question arises, how often should I follow up? Well, I think you should follow up as many times as it takes. The key here is to not be annoying or nag. Instead, be pleasantly persistent. Do you know that old saying, you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar? So I've compiled a few ideas to inspire you in how to follow up, and here they are. Number 1, persistence doesn't mean make contact every day. It's good to email the day after you connect with someone. "Hey, I met you last night at this gallery opening. So excited you want to see my work. When are you available to meet?" Or, "Met you online at the film screening breakout group. Love your work and would love to collaborate. Let's set up a Zoom call to talk." When you follow up, the general rule of thumb is after about a week, you want to wait for that reply. If you don't get one, then contact again after a couple of weeks. Which leads us to number 2, timing. Catch them at the right time. Many times we send the same email at the same time on the same day. Well, guess what? It appears that's not a good time for them. So switch it up. Maybe leave a phone message instead of an email, and do it at a different time and day. Each person has a different rhythm. Mix it up. And finally, number 3, know when to move on. If you're getting no response after multiple tries, ask directly if you should stop reaching out. Your time is just as valuable as everyone else's, and you don't have time to waste. Beating to death dead leads is discouraging and not worth the effort. We're down to our last top tip. Here it is. Top tip number 10. Get some rest. Maybe this sounds counterintuitive to you, but it is a critical part of a successful plan for your career. There's a reason God created a Sabbath for his people. You need to have at least one day off a week. A Sabbath. 1 day of rest. It's true. You are human, and the rest is vital to your health and well-being, not just as an artist, but as a human being. Remember, you are a human being, not a human doing. A regular rhythm and schedule of rest provides many benefits. Here is just 3 quick examples. Number 1, it reminds us our worth is not bound up in what we produce. Number 2, we have time to connect with family and friends. Number 3, taking a day off to just relax and let down doesn't just help us physically, but mentally and creatively. Your brain needs space to rest, think, daydream. Yes, your brain needs a rest too. And I don't know about you, but it definitely refills my creativity to let down and enjoy the world around me on my day off. So this week, take a Sabbath and rest. Tim Keller from Every Good Endeavor, Connecting Your Work to God's Plan for the World says, to practice Sabbath is a disciplined and faithful way to remember that you are not the one who keeps the world running. Now, I would say you are not the one who keeps your career running, who provides for your family, or even the one who keeps your work projects moving forward. So, a Sabbath rest also demonstrates a deep trust in God and his care for us, our family, and our career. There you have it. 10 top tips for faith-based artist entrepreneurs. Now, tell me in the comments below which tip was the most helpful or surprising to you. Or let me know which tip you're going to implement right away. Just let me know in the comments below. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Check the links down below to learn about our online courses, and especially register for our upcoming Arts and Entrepreneurship Summit, where you'll get more in-depth training for your creative business and your spiritual life. May God bless you this year, and I look forward to seeing you at the Arts and Entrepreneurship Summit.